Buy the large and get yourself the small one. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Mr. Play Color right here. I'm super excited to bring you this behind the scenes. So today we are just going to do some food photography. I know that you guys have not seen this yet on this channel, so that's why the opportunity has come, and therefore we are going to do some food photography. So please come with me and let's do this. Yeah, so here we are, and this is where we are going to do our setup. Just follow through and let's enjoy the video.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I just thought to do this recording so I can, speak freely. Now, this is a shoot we did a while ago for Lexa. Lexa is a restaurant that partners with Starbucks. Yeah, it was an amazing time, and just want to take you guys through and also share some tips with you. So for the camera, I used the EOS R8. It's a mirrorless camera, and I also used the 50mm. So for the lighting setup, as you can see, that is the Godox 8600 in a big softbox. Yeah, that was the main light. We were using a window setting as well. As you can see, we put our setup just close to the window, and that would enable us, to get some good ambient light. Yeah, I used the 50mm on the EOS R8 with the X2T trigger as usual. That is really my setup, and I recommend using a 50mm for most of these photos because it has just enough compression to to do the photos. If you use 85, that's a bit too far, so 50mm would do good, because if I have to do some aerial shots, as you can see, it's still within good distance for me to have my food in frame. Yeah, so that is pretty much the setup. Also, the other thing I would say is that the placement of that softbox is not at the front. As you can see, it's a little bit off to the side. It's to the side, but also a little bit in the back. So it's more, if you're looking at a clock, it's maybe around it's about there, so that you can have that side light. It helps to bring out these products really well. So you guys, we did a number of platters, because we're doing a breakfast menu for these guys. So it had salad, it had fruits, it had a dessert, and also we did the pizza, as you can see. Yeah, it was an amazing time that we had there. So some of the tips that I can share with you, usually when you come to do these kind of photos, it's very important that there are three main kind of photos that your client is looking for. The first one is what we call the flat lay, the top down, where you're standing maybe and you're shooting from above. That is such a very important shot because it shows everything on the plate or the platter, whichever. That is the first shot you want to do. And then the second one is called the point of view. The point of view is where you're looking at this product from an angle or a sitting perspective, the way you would sit on a table to eat. So that is the other shot. And then the other shot is a detailed shot. The detailed shot is the close-up of that product, that food. Yeah, so that is how we do it. So if you're presented with a platter, those are the three main angles or shots you're going to do: the flat lay from above, the point of view, more like how you're seeing the food on the table, and a detailed shot.
Okay, so as you can see, we are trying to get a pizza shot here. We'll do some magic in Photoshop to make it look really good. But this gentleman you see here is an amazing graphics designer. His name is Silas. Yeah, so let's continue. Please enjoy.
Yeah. Also, you guys, the other thing that I want to talk about is every time you're doing these photos, please try to ensure you have a very clean backdrop or background. I suffered a little bit not having a clean backdrop in Photoshop. So when your backdrop is not as clean and neat, then it will cost you so much time trying to clean things up in Photoshop, or Lightroom, whichever editing application you use. So it's always great for you to get things right straight out of the camera. Of course, unless if there's unavoidable situations, but for the most part, make sure your cloth is nice and clean, or the background is clean. It's crucial to have things good straight out of the camera. That can save you so much time. So you guys, these kind of photos can also be quite tiring. But before I even forget, the main purpose of these photos, these are called like e-commerce photos. These are photos used for advertising. Yes, restaurants and hotels use these kind of photos, like their food, to showcase the food, their menu. So these photos have to be really, really nice. But also keep in mind, sometimes there's a little bit of post-production work to enhance these kind of photos, because take an example, we did coffee, but this coffee, because it lost its cream on top, so because they're not going to be giving you a new cup of coffee for every particular platter or set, we were using the same coffee pretty much, and then we had to, in Photoshop, I had to like improvise and find another cup of coffee and improvise and kind of make it look good. So that is the far end that you go to make things really amazing. Also, you guys, it's very important to like take short breaks, because you can get so exhausted. So it's very important that you take breaks. Something, snack on something. But overall, it was an amazing experience. The other maybe tip that I can share with you guys is you need to be very quick as you're working, because if you have a number of platters to work on, like if it's food photography and there's you have a list of food to shoot, you need to be quick, because for two reasons. One, this food, when it's cold, it also changes. There's a way it changes its look. So usually it's good to shoot this food when it is clean, when it's still hot and fresh. And then secondly, you will get so tired if you're working really slow. You will be beat by time, so you have to work as fast and efficient as possible. So you guys can see there's a lot of styling to do with these kind of foods. You know, you have to, that gentleman over there you see is actually a graphics designer. So we were working with him on that project. He's the one going to do the posters and everything. So he had to wear these gloves so that he can be able to touch the food. If we need to style it a certain way, yeah, so that was really helpful. You guys have noticed I didn't choose a tripod. I usually have a tripod for this kind, but I didn't choose one for this set simply because I didn't want to spend so much time with the angles, since I had to be quick to take the flat lay, the point of view, and the detail shots. So I just needed to be a lot flexible. Yeah, but for other product shoots, I usually use a tripod because I'm not changing so much of the angles. Yeah, so you guys, I think the experience with food is a little bit different from any other products. There's a way food requires a certain level of attention to detail, because you want to get this food right. Your aim is to make this food as yummy as possible to the eye. In fact, many people's choice to what they are going to eat in a restaurant is dependent on how it looks. Yeah, and then the taste will come later. So usually you want to take these pictures, make them look as yummy as possible, so that, you know, it's marketing. It's basically marketing. Even if the chicken is not as sweet or as delicious, you have to make it look delicious to the eyes of the customer. That's the whole point of this photography that we do. We want to, you know, market that product, make it look even beyond what it actually is. Yes. So as you can see, we fine-tune to, you know, have the angles nice and neat, and yeah, very, very important. My experience of the day was a bit, it was a long day, to be honest. It was quite tiring. I underestimated this particular job. I thought would, you know, get through it quick, but it was also a bit tiring. But thankfully, we would snack on something every now and then, so I would not feel overwhelmed and too tired, you know. Yeah. So it's never that easy. There's a lot of technicalities involved, you know, trying to pause the food and everything, but it's also fun at the same time. So there's a lot to learn in all these kind of things. Yeah, for you guys out there who maybe haven't got any kind of work in line with this, you could try with maybe when you buy yourself a bucket of chicken from KFC or wherever, or from these guys, you can take it home and try it out. Before you eat the chicken, first take a few photos of it, do some practice and see how that works for you. I didn't talk about my camera settings. The camera settings can change depending on the scenario, but for the most part, because you see we were next to window light, so we were using partly a little bit of this light coming through from the window, but for the most part I was shooting around f5.6 because I needed to get more sharpness. It wasn't much about blurring the background. since we're using a plain white, background, because I wanted to get more details in the chicken. So yeah, I would use an aperture of between 4 to 5.6. Yeah, I found that to work really well. And then for the strobe, I would shoot accordingly.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Yeah, if you've enjoyed, kindly consider liking this video, share it, and yeah, you can leave a comment if you have any questions. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, now I get to get myself a nugget here. Amazing. So be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.